Hello everyone, welcome to Cornflower Crafts. My nickname is Corn, and today I wanted to show you all that I did finish those pins that I've been working on with slow stitching, and I also decorated the boxes that they go in. And I also wanted to ask you all a question. Have you ever, would you all ever consider wearing one of these? But I also came up with some other ideas of what to do with them. But anyway, the first one I did, you all have seen it partially finished. And that one I did for me because I thought any mistakes I make or anything like that, I want them to be on mine, So the one I made for me is this one. And I did do the beading, on the side. And then this darling little gingerbread little charm. I just think it's precious. That's from Hobby Lobby. And I added some bells. I didn't do that to all of them because I didn't know if people wanted to make that sound while they were walking around. But I had mentioned before, we're dealing with running stitches and chain stitch and just all sorts of stuff on this one. And here's what I wanted to show you. Now I have a navy blue jacket that's for the winter, and this is my winter purse, but that's where this is going to go probably as soon as I finish this video. It's going to go here. And because I had thought about putting this on my coat, but then something told me, go ahead, and because I'm getting ready to change my purses. This is a Vera Bradley, and if you're like me and you really like her stuff, but you don't like to pay an enormous price for it, I've been able to find them either at Ross or at TJ Maxx. So, like I said, this kind of flows freely. This just goes wherever it wants to go. But the silver and the bells matches the silver stitching here. And if you could feel the fabric that they use for this beautiful applique is, it just feels wonderful to have that precious Scottish Terrier on there. And so that's where mine is going to go. And I love the sound of those bells. This is the box that I decorated for one of mine that I did. And I could go on and on. We've got ribbon with, with the little snowflakes on it. This is a die cut, then cardstock. Then I wanted this paper on here. Because I think it looks like water, like the swan is in the water. And just teeny tiny bling here and there. And then this pretty rose, this pale blue rose, was given to me by Katamia. And then this is one of the other ones that I've done. I think you might have seen this partially done. This is the seed stitch, which, as you see, the birdie is here. Throwing seeds out for the birds. There's the birdie here. We've got gold and pearls, and then the blue beads here. This person that's receiving this one, I thought, would really get a kick out of the tiny little yo-yo, or a Suffolk puff, as is the original name for it. Then this is, I dyed the seam binding, and I ended up this is all hand sewn. I'd end up just kind of gathering a little and then sewing that, gathering, sewing, gathering. And then once I did that, sewed it down there, then I came back with these tiny little seed beads. There's the seeds again, and did a row of them in 3 different colors. Then a little snippet of lace with a sequin and a seed bead there. And then when it came to, and you see and This pen is actually from Walmart. It's brass. It's solid brass. But that's where I found it. And then I went around this darling little bird in just regular blue sewing thread. But I went with tiny little stitches all the way around, and it does puff up a little bit, so I was real happy with that one. I was tickled pink, to be honest, the way that one came out. And then I have this one, which is, this is a piece of cardstock that I have an embossing folder with this deer. I hope that's showing up. And then I went over it with Sponge Sugar Distress ink. And this is Fussy Cut. We've got stickles. We have an applique here. This is Fussy Cut. And then I just love putting that bling in the center of that bow, and then bling here. And with, there's a ribbon in that one, and then there's a little ribbon in this one as well. And then this is how this one came out. The reason I did the pink bow is to go with the pink right here in the rose. And I did, as you see, tons of stitching with the, see the metallic gold thread in that one. What I did, I think I put it up. I had it on my desk. What I learned online, I think her name is Sarah Hodery. Correct me if I'm wrong. She's really big on YouTube as far as slow stitching and embroidery. And she had told us if we have trouble with metallic thread, to put it on a large needle, and that way it'll make a nice large hole to put the, and this is the needle I use. This is the needle I used, you all. I love that needle, by the way. But it, and I don't remember where I got it. I wish I'd gotten more of them. But anyway, it's huge, and I was worried at first because it left such a hole. But as you see, it didn't strip the metallic thread at all, so I was happy with that. We've got the gold beads, and then the green and the British pink here. More red, really. It's clear on one side and red on the other. This gold that I did the heart in, that's actually from a gold bow that I had purchased, oh boy, years and years ago. And I took it apart because I wanted that gold on there. As you see, I've got a gold, 2 gold sequins, and then the green there. There's some lace behind here, a little snippet of lace trim here. Then the little ribbon. I did not make this ribbon flower, but I've had it for years, but I love it. And to show you, in case you're wondering why I did so much gold, because the fabric it's on, can you see? Lots of metallic gold in there with that holly. And that's why I did it like that. And again, would any of you all ever wear something like this, or put it on your purse, or put it on, I've also thought about putting them on pillows and as a decoration. And I've also thought about if I had a table runner, you know, that went to a point, you know, like so on either end, to do 2 very similar ones and put them on each end of the table runner. I thought that might be fun. So here's another one. And this one, as you see, they all have, you know, in some way, the die cut, and then I did the strips of cardstock here and there. This is the way the tag came out. And I did paint these little teeny gold dots on the Christmas tree. And I also did the pink bulbs and stickles. Then a little bit of, I love this behind here. I got that at Ollie's months ago, y'all. And then did on the corners the applique trim. And that's how this one came out. This is shorter and smaller than the others. I think this person, I've never met this person that I did this for, but I think of her as being petite. And that's why I did it smaller. And this is, I like them all. I do. I'm happy with them all. But this one just, oh, I just love this one. And we're dealing with a heart button that I sewed on. And then this fabric back here, I don't know if it's showing up, but it has glitter all over the fabric. Then I brought in the roses and some more flowers here. There is a seed stitch here and the buttonhole stitch around the heart in pink. And in the center of this lacy bow is a sequin and a seed bead, and then did this bow charm, and then did gold beads, pearls, and then the little seed beads in pink. So that's how that one came out. Okay, maybe I should move these down a little bit. Are we in frame? Maybe. And then one more. And I did this one. And as you see, we're dealing with, the background paper is stars and snowflakes. So that's why I did what I did. Lots of, I don't know, I just think not only at Christmas, you all know I love the glitter all the time, but especially at Christmas. And even the ribbon here that's on the tag, I don't know if you can see, but that is actually little glittered circles all on that, which remind me of the ornaments here. And how this one turned out was like so. And this is for a friend that I've had for over 60 years. In fact, 64 years. So that's why the daisy, because, you know, we did know each other in the 70s as well. Excuse me. And that's my little nod, my little tip of the hat to our young days together. And again, that's why the little flowers here, I have daisies that I embroidered here and here with the lazy daisy stitch. And this one, excuse me, this one also has, you know, a button that I've sewn on. It has the ribbon rose that I sewed on. You have to sew that all down. And a teeny tiny button that I found at Hobby Lobby there. French knots inside of the daisies. And sequins in the blue. Little snippet of lace here in the lace bow. And so that's how that one came out. And let's see, I guess like so. And I want to thank you all so much for joining me today. And I hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening. Bye-bye, everybody. Take good care.